Yeah, welcome back to my channel. And like I always say, whenever you come to my channel, don't forget to like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bar for more live updates. Here in our channel, we teach you accounting, and we make accounting so easy for everyone to comprehend and everyone to have full understanding of. In our classes, we make sure that accounting becomes so easy even to beginners in accounting classes, for them not just to have this knowledge, but for them to have full understanding that they can actually communicate accounting information to the users of accounting information and to be able to answer questions relating to accounting. Today we are going to be looking at posting transactions into the balance sheet. Now remember, like I always say before we start our videos, don't forget to like my channel, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bar for more live updates. You can actually help our channel to grow more by referring our videos to other persons that you know have need for this accounting knowledge. It will also help them to have full understanding of what to do when they come across accounting questions. Now today, posting into the balance sheet, I already have my drawings here. The format for posting, I normally love using the ruled method. Balance sheet as at 31st/12/2022, meaning that it is as at that date that these transactions were drawn up for it to be posted into the balance sheet. And these are our questions. Now, what are we going to do when we are posting into the balance sheet? Before we go into our question, I would like to inform you that we are doing something actually very different today. Today we are going to be doing a live recording because I'm actually teaching a class right now and I have my students right in front of my camera. So we are going to be having an interactive section. I'll be asking them questions, they'll be answering my questions, and while you are viewing my videos, try to see if you'll be able to catch up, to follow up and have understanding of what we are doing. Do we understand? So looking at this, remember when you are asked to prepare a balance sheet, there are certain informations that are necessary. You need your net profit, and to get your net profit, you have to ascertain your net profit by preparing a profit and loss account. And you cannot get your net profit if there is no trading account, because from the trading account, we ascertain our gross profit, which is carried over to the profit and loss account in order for we to ascertain our net profit. And once the net profit has been ascertained, it is brought forward to where? To the balance sheet. Now, going forward, preparing just the balance sheet, it means that the net profit has already been ascertained and we already have that figure. Now that we have the figure for our balance sheet, we should just go straight to the posting. There are certain things I would love to ask my students, because it's, like I said, it's an interactive class. Under every balance sheet, we definitely have sections. We have the debit side and we have the credit side. Under the debit side, can any one of us remember the item that is posted first on the debit side? What do you think we have? Yes, hello Chuku. Capital, that is wonderful, good boy. Now, we have our capital. After our capital, what's the next thing that comes after? Emense? No. After capital, we have the next item on our list.
Long-term loan.
No. Jason? Net profit, wonderful. So we have our capital and then we add our net profit. Now you are confusing the balance sheet for trading profit and loss account, because after opening stock you have purchases in the trading profit and loss account. But in balance sheet, under the debit side, you have your capital, you add your net profit. After you add your net profit, what's the next item that is posted? Iman? Drawings. Now, in our drawings, are we adding our drawings or subtracting drawings? Subtraction. So we are subtracting our drawings. After subtraction of the drawings, there's another particulars. If we have that, what do we have? Long-term loans. Thank you, Nuhu. Thank you so much for that. So we add our long-term loans. After our long-term loans, what else do we have? We have another subheading here, which is what? What subheading do we have? Share. Current current liabilities. Wonderful. Like I said in our last class, current liabilities are those expenses that weigh the business down. Those expenses that the trader needs to pay for that will reduce the income that that particular trader has in his organization. Then under our current liabilities, who can tell me some of the items, some particulars are recorded in our current liabilities? Fatima? Creditors, wonderful. Iman? Short-term loans, awesome. Ayomide?
Bad debt.
Bad debt, irrecoverable debt, I love that. Nopshe? Accruals, that means unpaid. Any debt that you are yet to pay, all of them accumulate under accruals or unpaid. Do we understand? Then if we come to the credit side, it is divided into two sections. The first section is tagged what? The first section is that Nuhu. Fixed assets, wonderful. Now we normally have 4 items that are predominantly found in our fixed asset. Can you name the 4 items? Yes, MSN. Plant and machinery, Jason. Land and building, Nomshare. Furniture and fittings, Elochuku. Motor vehicle, wonderful. Now these are the 4 items that are predominantly found in our what? In our fixed asset. Now I also said in our last class that it is not just these 4. We have something that has to do with the name of the organization. We use a product like Coca-Cola to explain that when they want to sell the company, it is not just the assets that they have. There is something that comes with the name. There's a name I gave it. Yes, Keddy?
Right.
No? Goodwill, wonderful. The goodwill has to do with what? The marketability of that particular product in the market. For example, Coca-Cola is a home brand name. It's a homemade name. Everybody knows Coca-Cola. So you see that their name is already a selling product. So their goodwill is an asset to that particular organization. Now, say we are done with our fixed assets. The second item under the credit side, Iman. Current asset. Wonderful. Good girl. Now, what are the particulars that we have in our current asset? Nuhu. Prepaid expenses. Wonderful. Debtors, wonderful. Namshare. Cash at hand, great. Yolanda. Cash at bank, wonderful. Any other one? Hello, Chiku.
Stock.
Stock. Now we have 2 types of stock. Which of the stock goes to the balance sheet? Ayomide. Closing stock, wonderful. Now remember that we said that in our class, when posting into the balance sheet, it must balance. The exact amount you have in the debit side must be the same you have where? In the credit side. So do we have understanding of that now?
Yes.
All right, let's go into our posting. We said that prepare a balance sheet for Asogwa Limited for the year ended 31st/12/2022. It started business on the 1st of January 2022 with an initial capital of 405,000. So we have our capital 405,000. What next?
Net profit.
Net profit. Do we have a net profit?
Yes.
What's the value of our net profit?
320,000.
320,000. Wonderful. So what do we do to this? Add. So if we add this, what do we have?
We have
725,000.
725,000. Wonderful. Now, what particulars comes next?
Drawings.
Drawings. Do we have drawings there?
Yes.
How much?
40,000.
Wonderful. So what do we do to the drawings?
Subtract.
We subtract. So we have 40,000. We subtract it from there. Now, who can tell me what we have? You can solve that. So 0 remind us to give us 0, 0, 0, right? 5 minus 0 is 5. We cannot take away 4 from, so we borrow 12 minus 4 is what? 8. Then we have 685,000. Wonderful. Now, another transaction we can have here is what?
Long-term loans.
Long-term loans. Wonderful. Now, what items can be do we have long-term loan in our transactions?
Yes.
What's the value?
103,000.
103,000. So I have my long-term
loan.
How much?
103,000.
Now, remember I will say long-term loans are loans payable over when?
Over
over a long period of time. So it exceeds what? An accounting year. It exceeds 1 year. So we pay long-term loans, maybe 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and above. Do we understand?
Yes.
Now, once we add our long-term loans, what do we have? Who has gotten that?
788,000.
We have 788,000. Wonderful. So we are done with this. Then the next thing is what?
Current liabilities.
Current liabilities. Now let's trace the particulars that are recorded in our current liabilities. What do we have under our current liabilities? Creditors. Do we have creditors?
No.
We have short-term loans, right?
Yes.
So short-term loans comes short.
20,000.
How much?
30,000.
What else? Unpaid expenses.
Back there.
10,000.
Unpaid expenses is how much?
10,000.
Now we also have one. Remember I explained trade payable and trade receivable. Now trade payable are what? Another word for trade payable. One of them is debtors, one of them is creditors. Remember you are the trader. If they say trade payable, something that you are paying is what? Creditors. So this is our creditors. And trade receivable is what? Debtors. So which one do we have as our current liabilities? Creditors, because they are expenses that we need to pay. So it's a liability. So we have trade payable. Is how much? 20,000. So let's add. What do we have? 40, 60. This will give me 60,000, right?
Yes.
Now what do we have if we add this together? This will give me 0, 0, 0. This 8. This plus this is what? 4 and carry 1. This will be 848,000. Wonderful. So let's come to the credit side. The first item here is what?
Fixed asset.
Fixed asset. Wonderful. So what are our fixed assets?
Furniture and fittings.
So do we have furniture and fittings there?
Yes.
5%
Where?
5% depreciation.
Okay, let's start from the first one. The first one, motor vehicle. Wonderful. Motor
10%
vehicle. Motor vehicle is how much? 300,000. But we have what? 10% depreciation. So what do we do? Wonderful. I love that. I'll give you a clap. Now, 10% depreciation on 300,000 is how much?
30,000.
So what do we do?
You write.
You subtract. So we have 300,000 minus 30,000, which will give me what? 270,000. So we know how we got 270,000.
Yes.
We subtracted the depreciation of 10%, right?
Yes.
Now the next fixed asset is what? Furniture and fittings.
5,000.
So let's say F and F for furniture and fittings. And the value is what? 100,000. And depreciation is what?
5%.
5%. 5% of 100,000 is what? 5,000. Thank you. So if we subtract 5,000 from 100,000,
95,000.
95,000. That is good, Jason. Now, do we have any other fixed asset? Do we have any other fixed asset on the board?
No.
So what do? We add. Now, if we add this, what do we have? This is 0, 0, 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. 7 plus 9 is 16, which is 6 carry 1, which will give us 365,000. Now that we've gotten 365,000 as our fixed asset, where are we going to next?
Current asset.
Current asset, wonderful. So we have our current asset. Now, what are the items on our current asset?
Debtors.
You said?
Debtors. 50,000. Trade
No, let's start. Let's not jump.
Okay.
Let's start from here.
Cash at hand.
The first one is what? Cash
Cash
at
at
hand.
hand.
105,000.
Cash at hand is how much?
105,000.
Wonderful. We have our 105,000. Cash at hand. Good.
231,400.
231,400. Wonderful. Any other assets?
Prepaid expenses.
Good. So we have prepaid. Prepaid is how much?
50,000.
We have 50,000. We have what again?
Trade
Trade
receivable.
receivable, which is our debtors also. Trade
50,000.
receivable. How much?
50,000.
50,000. Then the next one is what? Stock. Our closing stock. Do we post opening stock here?
No.
Where does the opening stock go to?
Trading and
Trading.
profit.
Wonderful. So our closing stock.
46,000.
We have 46,600. So we add. Is that?
482,000.
We have 400 and, thank you so much, that is correct. 483,000. Now let's add. We are adding it with what we have under the fixed asset, right? So 0 plus 0,
0.
0 plus 0,
0.
0 plus 0,
0.
5 plus 3,
8.
6 plus 8,
14.
4, we lift 1 over 3 plus 4,
7.
plus the 1, 8.
8.
So does that mean that we have an accurate figure?
Yes.
So now we see that what we have in the debit side is the same thing we have on the credit side. So thank you. Do we have any question?
No.
Do we have full understanding of this?
Yes.
So we can actually post into our balance sheet. So like I will always say, thank you for following our class. Don't forget to like our channel, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bar for more live updates. Thank you.